Hey guys, Robin here, and I'm live from, well, I'm not live, but I'm recording this from Sammamish, Washington, which is really close to Seattle. And since I'm surrounded by nature, I want to talk to you about my plans for the future, which are inextricably linked to nature, I hope. But before that, I want to show you a few of the things that I've been doing while here in Seattle. I'm visiting some family before leaving for Korea, which is my next destination. So I still have a few things to do that you'll probably see in the next videos, but this is what I've been doing so far. Also, if you didn't know, this is the guitar that Kurt Cobain used in his legendary video for Smells Like Teen Spirit. And this is Jimi Hendrix's Woodstock guitar, the one that he used in 1969 in Woodstock, which was probably one of the most important concerts in human history. So yeah, without further ado, welcome to Victorville. Now you may probably look at me and think that I know what I'm doing with my life. I know what I want to do, I know what I want to study and stuff like that. But I don't think that's actually the case. The reality is more that I think society has made a world where it's easy for me to find my path because they narrow things down too much for me. And what I mean by this is that I find that there are a lot of interesting things that I want to do with my life, that I really love to study and to learn about, but they're usually all clustered in the same area, and people usually think about them as just one single thing. And I started noticing this when I first started watching Netflix. One day I wanted to watch a documentary, and you know, I grew up watching documentaries. That was one of my favorite things to do, and I would have different classifications for my documentaries because there were a lot of them. I would watch documentaries about dinosaurs, watch documentaries about living animals, both land animals and sea animals. I will watch documentaries about life in general, sometimes human stuff like I don't know, architecture, or the ones that are on Discovery Channel or History Channel about, I don't know, Bigfoot and aliens, and well, those are not human things, but stuff like that, everything else. So one day I had just started using Netflix, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch some dinosaur documentaries. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to documentaries, and I'm gonna go to the dinosaur documentaries part because that was the logical thing to do for me. And then something strange happened, a realization that I had. There was no dinosaur section. There was a nature and space section, and that was really strange. Everything that I liked, all the broad categories that I loved, these things were just bundled up into a single category that doesn't really work for me. And then they had a whole section just for crime documentaries, another one for historical documentaries, another one for economics and things like that. So there were a lot of categories of things that I would bundle into a single human category, stuff like that, and just one for everything that I wanted to watch. And even there, it wasn't really that great because I didn't want to watch space and nature, because that implies that you're mixing astrophysics with dinosaurs, which are two amazing things, but they're not the same thing for me. They had a lot of other things. They had also human behavior and stuff like that I would never watch as part of my nature learning. I would watch it if I wanted to know about humans, which were in my other category. So yeah, I realized that even though these things are very, very evidently different for me, they aren't so different for the rest of the people. And I just checked, for example, and I use Stanford University as a standard because they're known for all their science research. They have 12 categories for interests if you want to sort through their majors. And there are only 2 of those categories that are not human related. All of the other ones are either human activities or human behavior research, like history and psychology, something to learn about humans. So what this has led me to is that I don't have to choose what I want to do yet, because the way society treats the natural sciences, there's simply not a lot to choose yet. I'm going to get a natural science degree as a natural science major, and with that I could still be anything from a doctor to an astronaut. I'm not planning to become either. I'm planning to become a scientist, but still, a scientist is like a huge thing to say. I could be a biologist, I could be a physicist, I could be a chemist. I don't want to be a chemist. But within each of those categories there is still a lot of things. I could be a biologist and study paleontology or ornithology, or I could study, just with this major, I could study bugs, I could study rocks, I could study trees, I could study the whole earth, or I could study everything that's not the earth, that is still part of our universe. So it's a very, very broad thing saying that I'm going to be a scientist and that I'm going to study natural sciences. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life, but I feel very lucky right now that I don't have to know yet, because in the eyes of society in general, it's kind of all the same. And it's my job to care about it and to feel like it's not the same, so I can make a difference. I know if you have a passion, you will undoubtedly find that the rest of the people don't find it as interesting, or if they do, they simply think it's a lot simpler than you know it is. Yeah. Raul and Jordi, for your next video, I want you to take a video outside. It doesn't have to be your next video, but whenever you can, make a video outside. Maybe you don't even have to go far from your house. If you see, I'm right outside. I'm right outside my uncle's house, but yeah, just make a video where you're not under a roof. It's really relaxing, and you can just walk around, and it's fun, and you can have some fresh air. I hope you're in a place where there's fresh air. There surely is here. And yeah, I think that's it, and I'll see you when I see you.